Initiating Warzone simulation.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be bringing you a commentary over one of the greatest 12v12 games, if not the greatest ever, on a Warzone Warlords game just this last weekend between Dominated and Maniac. Now, I know a lot of core Dominated players are not in this Dominated lobby, but it's still stacked and the teams are still, really good, and this is just an insane game. Literally insane. I have had, and it's just insane watching this and recording it and doing the commentary. Like, this game is just unbelievable, and I'm going to be watching this through Eluder, aka Cautious perspective, as I normally don't say this often, and I really never say this, but I actually think Kosh won them the game because of this, and I will give you many reasons why I think he's won them the game over this, and I will be doing the commentary and saying what he did right to make it so he helped his team win the game. Because as you're going to see at the end, the score difference is so insane that if Kosh did not do what he did multiple times, like not even like twice, or like 5 times, if he did not do what he did, they would have lost. Like he was a huge playmaker and had huge influence in the game. Now you can see here they already had a lot rush Fortress right here. We had a weak rush on there. We did have a lot of people there, but I don't know. Warzone cut goes in on these guys though in the Fortress.
Enemy captured the West Armory. East Armory captured.
We had a lot of guys flank around Colony. Like, it was a weird flank. Like, it looks like a lot of them flanked around Colony, like around their base, which you don't want too many doing that. You just want to get as many people as you can inside the fortress to start slaying. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is we saw Kosh wait so long is so he could get that speed boost. He just waited to get that level 12, like if someone could get like base cap, and then he could get the closer spawn and the speed boost. Same with, a better pistol and AR. Smart play for him just to wait a little bit. Dominated did have this cap like halfway. It's just like too many of us like are doing this weird flank, do you see how weird this flank is? Like what people are doing, like why are we doing that? Like why are we going around Colony? Everyone should be going, like this map's so straightforward. Everyone should just be going the closest route into the fortress. It's such a straightforward map. And let's say Maniac was smart and got carbines, they would have killed everyone out there. Like if they were smart and got carbines, they would have killed everyone outside. So it's a bad play on our part there. I have no idea what was going on in the chat communications. I only got to watch like the very end of Warzone Cut's stream. Now, this is the beginning. Like, Kosh has some bad luck here, gets needled, but it's already a hint of what Kosh is going to do the rest of the game and why we're going to win.
Level 3 racks available. Enemy captured the fortress.
See here, Dominate's trying to make an early push back into there. Maybe get a cap in there because we have a few of us that are level 3 like Kosh. Probably EV Wasp is also level 3, I think. The more we feed them in there, that just is going to get their rec level up also. Right now, it's really just the calm before the storm. I've really never seen a game like this. It is the most insane game you're about to see that unfolds. It's insanity. Akash pinged right there for his team, and that's unique. He likes to do that. Too many people using the ping function. It's not too useful. Now, usually what you want to do though, if you lose Fortress, or even if you get Fortress, you want Colony control. It's much like Stormbreak, where you want the caves control, the ice caves. Colony's the same thing on this map. You want to get the Colony control. Now, I've never really seen Kosh kind of do this kind of stuff now. This is really surprising to me, but boy, does he clutch it. Like, he completely just clutches it for his team right here. Like, him by pulling a ghost out and waiting for the bosses. I've just never seen him really do this kind of stuff, but it's insane that he's doing this.
Elite Ultra takedown. Level 4 Rex available.
There you go. There's 50 points right there. That he just got the team single-handedly. No one else even touched those bosses. He just got the team right there, 50 points, and rec level also. That's just an insane play. You gotta think here. Not only are you giving your team you're giving your team a rec level boost, and then you're also giving them, you know, points on the scoreboard. But if you don't get those bosses, you're giving the other team, you know, rec level, and you're giving them points. So that's the snowball of Warzone. That's why you gotta get the bosses. Look at the boss kills right here. Like, you just see 0 and then a couple of 1s on each team, and then Kosh has 3. It's just so smart.
Rec confirmed. Incoming Prometheans at the colony.
I'd like to know the communication right here, because it's a very shocking move and it works, but somehow Dominated, they're gonna push into Fortress, and they're gonna push the other team's armory at the same time, which that's how you want to do a cap if you ever want, you want to push both bases at the same time that aren't yours. I mean, somehow they really do get their armory, and I think it was only like 1 or 2 people that got their armory. That's insane. Like, at this high of a level, that should never happen. I've never really seen that in a 12v12. Like a good team losing their own base. They get Fortress. Right now in the early stage of the game, you can see Dominated is clearly outslaying and even out boss killing, you know, Maniak. Clearly, they're clearly outslaying. Like, even in the Fortress, you could see the players' stats. Like, they even outslayed and still didn't get Fortress. Kosh is already about level 7 in 7 minutes in the game. He's just doing work. He's using the sound dampener, which is huge in a SWAT.
Rec confirmed.
This is a pretty good Fortress push. We got some huge slaves in there, got the rec level up, that was a good push.
Incoming Prometheans at the crossroads.
Since they have 2 armories, you're always going to want at least one, at the very minimum, you want one person staying on each armory. They're like literally staying on it and just calling out like what's happening around, and if people are pushing. Have to have people doing that. I think maybe a few Dominated members are feeding him, but if you're pushing this Fortress and getting enough kills and not feeding him Rex, and that's huge. Those are big plays if you can do that. keep slaying them in there so they can't exit, and having them really pressured to stay in there and defend it while you get your rec level up.
Wreck confirmed.
Gosh, yet again, getting a 25 boss. Like, that's so big. There, I mean, we want to add up like the ones he's single-handedly, like finished off. He's already gotten 3, which is 75 points for his team,
Wrecks available.
where he's literally single-handedly gotten them. Now it switches to a person on their team, but this is the beginning. This is when the game, this is when it turns up. This is when it gets extremely like sweaty. You can see on the kill feed all the whiplashes.
Space activity at the colony. We've got
There you go. Gosh, another one. Four bosses where he's just finished them off by himself. It's 100 points, and the rec level he's just given to his team and not the other team. It's insane. Why this is so sweaty, why you see everyone running over here is this team literally has like 5 to 6 whiplashes. I don't know if they have camos, but they have like 5 to 6 whiplashes pushing this base. They want it back. It's usually pretty hard to get just an armory on Darkstar back because of how elevated the armories are. They're like so much more elevated on the other maps. They have so much high ground that it's so easy to defend them. Maniak really just got a lot of people in there. And Kosh right now is my preferred combo for a sweaty Warzone game of VR Bayonet and a VR Sound Dampener. But they lost the armory now. And now at this time, like I said, at this type of rec level, you can't cap another armory back. It's impossible. And so begins the Banshee spawning. Look at this. Now, I will be doing a future discussion video on how to improve Warzone, but yeah, this happened occasionally before like all the Warlords and stuff. But this is the rec spam it's pretty new. Like Warlords and just Warzone has never really seen this kind of spam, and I don't think it benefits the game. I think what I'm thinking about they could do is make a vehicle like cap limit on each team, so each team can only spawn in 3 vehicles or 4 vehicles. Like, I know everyone wants to have unlimited vehicles, but as you're about to see, just is this fun? Like seeing all these unlimited Banshees up. It's whoever can spam in their Banshees first. Like is that Warzone used to never be like this. People will just call a huge assortment of wrecks. Now this team right here, this Dominate team specifically, does not have too many air, specialists, not too many good people in Banshees, but look at this Maniac team. They literally have 6 Banshees up, something like that, something ridiculous. They're clearly getting out boss slayed. They're clearly getting out slayed, and then they just all call them Banshees. It's the push the win button. They just all call them in. That's what Warzone is, though. Like. Now you can recognize how they have like, 6 Banshees, something ridiculous, and look, notice how the 100 Manus boss is up. It's just chilling in the middle. Gratis, it's just chilling in the middle. And they're not even worried about shooting it. Look at the boss skills again. Look at that. Like, just Kosh, man, with the 5 boss skills, insane. Now, I don't see this happen too often, but Dominated actually, like, their lasers went really successful. They were extremely successful and basically fended off all the Banshees in the air.
Prometheans at the ice cave. Prometheans at the mining site. A night excavator is active at the mining site. A night excavator is active at the ice cave. We've lost the lead.
Now, this is a very interesting play here because Kosh realizes how the other team is not going for bosses at all. You know, maybe could have taken this.
Eliminated a night excavator.
Yeah, they even tried to steal it, but luckily they got the 25. Number 25 for Dominated and Kosh. Yeah, I mean that's all these teams can do is spam Banshees. That really is all they can do.
Red confirmed.
Selene's Lance, it does, you know, a ton of damage, but especially against aerial vehicles, I would not recommend it. Like, as you can see, Kosh is probably realizing, yeah, I shouldn't have called this in, because in endgame, you know, it's more accurate. It has an insane, like, quick, fast rate of fire, you know, like, it recharges quicker, you know, like, once you shoot it, you can start using it again way quicker, and I just think the endgame is the best laser. And you know, it's a one less rec level, so. Selene's Lance is probably best on either ground vehicles like a tank or, you know, a boss kill.
Enemy captured the east arm.
Now, would you look at that? They're triple capped right now.
Bases are vulnerable.
Now, Kosh did get a lot of shots with this Selene's Lance on that Phaeton Helios, so it's pretty weak. Again, Theater just randomly switches to someone. Right now, I mean, this would be like the perfect time for Maniak to just go kill the 100, you know, like, Dominated really has nothing in the air, they have no power weapons, they should just go for it right now. It's game over if they get it, like, I mean, they're really, I mean, Dominated's triple cap, so they're already having to worry to cap a base and defend. And I mean, they could just get the 100 and then that's game. So I don't get into these situations often, but so you know, it's like 660 to 800, and basically if Dominated can somehow get to 800, you know, without killing the 200 and then kill the 200, you can win. That's what I always say to my team is, okay, let's somehow get to 800. So you know, let's kill this 100 and then we'll be close to 800 and then go for the 200. And having the boss be 200, that's probably too much. I'd probably say go to like 150, 125. They're just using a lot of Banes and Camels right now, which is smart. Defending colony. Look how outrageous the score is right now. It's just insane, but Dominate had some communication. They got Helios's, Banshee Ultras, and Kinks out at the same time. They coordinated this. Like, you know, they're triple capped right now, and they coordinated it. Kosh was very smart to focus on that Phaeton rather than the boss, because, you know, that Phaeton could not kill the boss if it's dead. So Kosh made another huge play right there. The whole team came together right there, and somehow, you know, we got Phaetons, Banshees, tanks for that final, like, you know, push. Try to win. That was huge. Really smart, and I'm glad they saved up for that. Now the game is actually doable. You know, it is completely doable. They're at 800. All they need to do is that final, you know, last bit of damage on the boss. I think the plan for them now is just, you know, another wave of those type of vehicles, another wave for boss killing vehicles. Now, all Maniac has to do is just start pushing them in again. Like, they just have to start getting all their Banshees, start pushing them in, but they don't do it. Like, I don't get it. Look at the boss, you know, it's just getting extremely weak. Such a smart play to keep the bayonet though on that. Like, normally people would switch to a different weapon if they're out of ammo, but Koch realizes how powerful the bayonet is. It's basically a sword. The boss is roughly at 30% health. It wouldn't let me flip to look at it, but the boss is so weak, you know, like, it's getting really intense here. Like, everyone's starting to look at everyone converging on it, man. You got Banshees converging on it, you got people in there, man. And you know what? Koch gets the Phaeton Helios, the best vehicle in the game to kill a boss. And have a Banshee right there, and we get it. I would have been freaking out and screaming had I won that game, but you got to give props to Dominated for bringing that comeback, and you also got to give props to Kosh because they won 1,000 at 966. If he had not gotten 125 and they had gotten it, they would have won. No doubt. They would have won. And he did it so many times, it's insane. Now, I really enjoyed doing a commentary over that insane match. Props to Maniac and Dominated, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you this week with more Warzone Warlords content.